Welcome to Hebron's Student Guide to Google Classroom. Let's see a few steps as to how you're going to log in. If you've never been to Google Classroom, you can go to a browser, preferably Chrome browser, and type classroom.google.com. If you're using a phone or a tablet, you can download the app and follow the instructions in the school website to connect to Google Classroom. So once you're in the sign up page, use your school email ID and the password that you created. And once you sign in, you would see a dashboard. Now this is where you would find the list of classes that you're supposed to be in. So here are the classes that you're already enrolled into, and there are two ways in which you can join a class. Now, if your teacher gives you a code and asks you to join a class, you need to go to the plus icon here, click on that, and type your class code, and you click on join. Now this will allow you to join to the class that your teacher asks you to join. Now your teacher would give you the class code and you'll be able to join the class and you'll be able to interact with the class. Now we'll see the other method by which you can join a class. Now your teacher might add you to the class and you would get an invite, and if your teacher does that, you would see this option where you can have a join option or a decline option, so you can click on join to be able to join that particular classroom. Let's go through some basics of Google Classroom here. This is the stream. Now this is where you find all the class activities, the announcements of your class, like this announcement here from your teacher. You can respond to it by typing a comment. Once you do that, and once you send your comment, what happens is it will be seen by all your peers. So all class comments that are there in the stream is seen by your peers. Now, the stream is where you see every task that is assigned to you along with the date and time, so that you know what is recent and what is the latest from your teacher. Now let's move on to the next section. Now this here is classwork. This is where you find your assignments, your questions that your teacher posts for you under different topics. Now if you could see here, some icons are grayed out, some icons are brighter. Why is that? Now this is because these are the assignments that this student has submitted, but these are assignments that the student has not submitted yet. So by default, Google Classroom allows you to know which are the ones that you need to work on. So you can just go through the topics, see which is needed to be completed, and try to work on it. Now let's look at the different types of assignments that are there. First, question assignment. This type of assignment is usually identified by the question logo that you see here. So this icon signifies that this is a question assignment. So you click on it. All that you need to do is read the instructions given to you by the teacher, and you can view the question so that you can respond to it. So click on view question, and once you do that, you should be able to type your answer in the space provided. Now if you're using a computer, just follow what I do, where you'll be able to type your answer, and once you type your answer, you'll have to make sure that you click on hand in. Once you do that, your teacher will be notified of your work. Now let's look at a different type of assignment. Now we saw the question. Now this is where you need to submit work, and this is usually recognized by this icon, by this notepad icon. And this is an assignment where you can submit work as a document, as a slide, or by just scanning from your phone and uploading it. Let's see how you can do that. Now, for example, you click on this particular assignment, you're able to see the question, and you click on view assignment so that you can see the big picture. You're able to see your teacher's instructions, you're able to see the marks awarded, and you're able to see the due date. Now, if your teacher has given a document in which they want you to answer the questions, you merely have to click on the particular document and you can just go ahead and start typing your answers. But if there's no document given, but if you would like to type your answers, all that you need to do is click on Add or Create. This is where you have an option where you can create your own document. You can create your document, you can create your slide, which is similar to presentation. You can create sheets or drawings. Now you can click on Docs so that it creates a new document for you, and wait till it creates the file, and once it is done, you should be able to access it. And this is where you can start typing the questions and start typing your answers the way your teacher wants you to answer. Now, once you are satisfied by your answer, you want to submit it, you need to click on Hand In. If you don't click on Hand In, your teacher will not be able to award you the mark. So make sure once you're completing the work, click on Hand In. Now, if you would like to submit your work, you want to add something to your work, you click on Unsubmit. For example, you've done your work on a piece of paper and you want to upload that scanning as a file, you can do that. You click on Add or Create, you click on File, and this is where you should be able to find your file by clicking on Upload. You can upload from your computer, you click on Browse, and this here will lead to your computer, and from your computer you can find out your work, you can submit your work. And once you have your work, make sure you click on Hand In. The easiest way to find the feedback from the teacher for each and every subject is this. So you go to your dashboard, and in the dashboard for each and every class you have an icon where you can find out all the work for that particular class. So you go ahead, click on the icon here, and this will show you a list of all the assignments, questions that are given to you by the teacher. This shows you that you've handed in an assignment, or you're yet to work on an assignment, or if an assignment has been marked or not, and if an assignment is missing. So to find the comment from the teacher, you need to click on Returned from your end, and this is where you find the assignments that your teacher has marked for you and want you to check. So click on the particular assignment, click on View Details. Now you have your work over here that you have submitted to the teacher. So go ahead and click on the work that you need to check. So once you click on the work and once it loads, you'll find the comments from the teacher up here. Now if you want to respond to that, you can always type in your comments and you can reply, or you can resolve the comment if you've understood the feedback. Now, if you have uploaded a picture, a drawing, or a PDF from your cam scanner, because you've written all your answers and you uploaded them, and you want to know what the teacher has marked for you. So now this is what you need to do. So click on the image or the PDF, and as soon as you click on it, you will not be able to find the comments because this is an image file. Now this is what you need to do. Now this is the first kind where the teacher has marked for you. So you click on the 3 dot options that you have here called More Actions. Now if you're viewing it in your tablet or phone, you will be able to view the comments straight away, but if you're using a browser or a computer, now if you're using a tab or a phone, you'll be able to view the feedback right away, but if you are using a browser in a computer, this is what you need to do. You click on the three dots that is next to the print icon. So click on it, click on open in new window. Now what this does is, this opens the picture in a new window showing you all the comments from the teacher. So you see this, you'll be able to see the comment from the teacher. And you'll be able to respond to it, similar to how you responded in the Google Docs. Now, if your teacher has asked you to check their feedback using Kami, and they've given you a feedback using Kami software, this is what you need to do. How do you find out what your teacher has marked? Now, the teacher would tell you if they're marked within classroom, and they ask you to check within classroom, you follow the first step. If they tell you that you need to check using Kami, this is what you need to do. Now you click on the particular file that you've submitted, maybe an image file or a PDF. So you click on it, and now this is very important. You need to click on open with, and you need to click on annotate with Kami. So once you click on that, you'll be able to find your work. Now, because it's an image file, it would zoom in the image, but then you can always adjust the zoom over here, right over here, and you can adjust its size so that you're able to view it. So 25% is good enough if you're viewing from a computer screen. So once you do that, you scroll down and you'll be able to see the markings from your teacher. Now if you have a doubt that you want to ask, you can always use the option that is available here. You click on the text comment, you're able to type in your feedback and then pass it on to the teacher, so that the teacher will be able to see and they'll be able to respond. And for you to view what the teacher has responded, you do the same thing. You click on open with, click on Kami. Now if you're using a tablet or a phone and you would want to see how you can use Kami, there are instructions that is there in the website. So if you go to the website, you can always click on Help Center. This is where all the information regarding what you need to do in Google Classroom appears. Now we saw some of the ways of communicating with the teacher. Communicating with the teacher using the feedback that the teacher provides, and you being able to see it and respond to it. Now there are other ways to communicate to the teacher as well. Now if you have a doubt on the assignment, you can pass on your doubts as a class comment to the teacher, so that you can see it and your peers can also see the question that you pose. Now if your teacher has responded to your assignment, has given you a feedback, they would give you a private comment which only you can see. Now if you see a comment like this, if you see a private comment in your assignment, you can always respond to it and it will only appear to your teacher. So these are ways where you can interact with your teacher using private comments and class comments. So this is the overview of Google Classroom, and these are the two icons that you're most likely to use every day. Now what are these two icons? The first icon is a to-do list, which you have to make a habit of checking every day. What does the to-do list have? So once you click on the to-do list, you have the work that is assigned for you, along with a timeline that is provided. Things that you have time to do, things that you have to submit next week, and things that are due this week. So it gives you a list along with a simple timeline of what work is assigned to you. If you're missing on a work and you're not sure which work is missing, you can always click on this icon, so you will know which class, which work is missing right here. So the done option will show you all the work that you've submitted so far. Now let's go back to the dashboard. So in the dashboard, you have a calendar option, which shows you a list of classes and the assignment that is assigned to you on a particular day. So the calendar works in a way where you can choose a particular class, have a look at all the assignments that is assigned in a particular class, or if you want to have a look at all the assignments, you can choose to do that. Now there are two types of Google users in school. If you're part of a class and if you have a timetable lesson, and if you'd like to join the Google Meet session at that particular time, you go to Classroom, and in the banner of your classroom, you have your Meet link. Now, you have to access this Meet link at that particular given time. If you access it at any other time, you will see an error like this. So, you need the teacher to start a meeting, and once the teacher starts the meeting, you will be able to join the meeting by clicking on this link. If you're a music student and if you have a Google Meet session, a one-to-one music session with your music teacher, this is how you access Google Meet. Now, you use the calendar, not the calendar that you see in Google Classroom, but the calendar app in your Google Apps. Now, this is how you access it. So right next to the plus icon that you see here, you have a 9-dot icon or the waffle icon or the Google Apps icon, however you like to call it. You click on the Google Apps icon, and this is where you find the calendar. And once you click on calendar, you should be able to see all the assignments, the questions, Indian holidays, and you'll also be able to see if a class is assigned for you. And you click on the class, and according to your timetable, if you know the time, you'll be able to join the meeting at that particular given time. So click on this link and it will take you directly to the Google Meet, and you'll be able to join your class. I hope this session was helpful to you. I hope that through this Google Classroom 101, you're able to find solution to basic questions that you might have. And if you still have doubts, please don't forget to check the Help Center. If you still are facing with issues, go to the Help Center first. There are a few guides for you to follow in terms of logging in, and there are a few guides on how you can go about using your mobile tablet to connect, what you need to do. And for handwritten work, there are separate videos given for you to follow. So please go through them. For you to access this particular page, you can go to the school website. This is the front page, the home page of the school website. You can go to GZ Help Center, and once you click on the Help Center, it will take you here. Go through these tabs, and if you still have doubt, you can always approach your teachers. They'll be happy to help you. So this is Mr. Glenn signing off. I hope that all of these resources will help you in using Google Classroom better.